Ba, 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 ba. And hello. How's everybody doing? Let everybody get settled and get set up for a second. You know, that's how that works. All right? We good yet? We good? Excited? Everybody happy? Anybody here? Let's see what we got going on. Anyway, so today is the 12/12/25. 12/12/25, meaning it's the 12th day of the 12th month of the 2025th year. So what's that mean? Now, so do the 12 days of Christmas start? I tried to figure this out yesterday. So do the 12 days of Christmas start today? Because it's to the 24th, or is it to the 25th? So is tomorrow the first day of the 12 days of Christmas? When does that actually start? That's what I want to know. When does the 12 days of Christmas start? When do the 12 days of Xmas start? That's what I want to know. When do the 12 days of Christmas start? Is it today on 12/12 or is it tomorrow on 12/13? Because I need to figure that out. When do the 12 days of Christmas start? That's what I want to know. That's my question. That's my question I'm posing to anybody. When do the 12 days of Christmas start? Because on the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. Is that today? Did my true love give me something today? Or is that tomorrow I'm expecting that? Because I want to know, when do the 12 days of Christmas start? So that's what I want to know. Tell me. Tell me now. I demand to know. Someone has to know when the 12 days of Christmas starts, right? Fine. If you don't know, then at least don't comment about it, right? Because that would be ridiculous. All right, so episode 195. Now, if you've missed episodes 190 everything beforehand, that's right. This is just about trivia. We do music trivia every night. That's a little bit different. So every night there's a little bit different because different things happen. It's slow because it's December. So December gets slow. The whole music industry slows down. Record labels aren't working. So there's nobody at the record label right now. There's nobody pushing new music. So there's no new music getting pushed out. The bands aren't really recording and touring because, touring bands require things to happen. So a lot of the tours shut down because it's Christmas time area, holidays. Big venues, there's no outdoor venues, so there's no big festivals on at least this hemisphere in the United States. Obviously, you could do it in Australia because it's summer there when it's winter here. So bands want to tour down in Australia, sure, but it's not happening in America right now because it's cold, it's winter. So we're not going to have tours. There's not going to be a lot of, seasonal tours happening. That's just not happening right now. So what's going on? The 12th day of Christmas starts on Christmas Day and ends on January 5th. Does it? See, I wasn't sure. So it starts on Christmas Day and goes to January 5th. Interesting. See, I thought it would start now on 12 days of Christmas, meaning leading up to Christmas. Far out. I didn't know that. So, all right. So now I know. Someone has told me this. I'm now aware. All right. Fair enough. That's a good thing to know. Right? We're good? We're good. You know that? Okay. My brain is better for knowing. My brain is better for having knowledge. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I now know when the 12 days of Christmas are. And it's not now, so forget it. All right, let's go back to 1957. We're going to talk about Jerry Lee Lewis tonight a little bit. And then we'll talk about the Rolling Stones and some other bands. But so in 1957, Jerry Lee Lewis, all right, he was still married to his first wife, Jane. Okay, that's her actual name. So this is when Jerry Lee Lewis secretly married his 13-year-old cousin, second cousin, Mira Gale Brown. His personal life was hidden from the public until a 1958 British tour where Ray Berry, a news agency reporter at London's Heathrow Airport, learned about Lewis's third wife. The publicity caused quite the uproar, and the tour was canceled only after 3 concerts. So it didn't affect his overall career long term because he was, talented and he got away with it. But yeah, that's Jerry Lee Lewis. Married his 13-year-old second cousin. Bro, Jerry Lee Lewis, wow. Not great, I'm just saying. The Advent calendar starts on the 12th and it ends on the 24th. Okay, so the Advent calendar starts today. Got it. So the Advent calendar starts today. So that's when that happens. And then oh shit, look at this. I already lost the camera. The Advent calendar starts today, but the 12 days of Christmas doesn't start till actually Christmas. All right. Fair enough. Now I understand. This all makes perfect sense to me. Not that it didn't make sense to me before, but, I want it to make sense. I get it now. It totally makes sense. I get it. 12 days of Christmas. All right. We already know that Jerry Lee Lewis is kind of a dirtbag. In 1963, the Beatles were at number 1 on the UK singles chart with I Want to Hold Your Hand. It was the group's 3rd number 1, and it made this year's United Kingdom's Christmas number 1. So that was the Beatles in 63. I want to hold your hand. I want to hold your hand. Yes, that one. And then in 1965, on the 12th, the Beatles' 6th album, Rubber Soul, started a 42-week run at the number 1 spot in the United Kingdom album chart. It was the second Beatles LP to contain only original material. There was no covers on this one. For the first time in their career, the band were able to record an album over a continuous period, uninterrupted by their grueling touring commitments. Because, again, once they started touring, the Beatles were in such high demand that they were out and about all the time. They didn't make the money of Taylor Swift making $1 billion after 60 dates, but overall, I think they did okay over the years. That's just me. I could be wrong, but I think they did just fine. Yes, I think so. I thought so too. Pacifica is touring from Argentina. Yes, see? Argentina. That's it's warm down there, so you could tour there. You just can't tour in the United States right now because it's cold as hell. It's winter. That's not great. So Brian Jones of the Rolling Stones in 1967 was given 3 years of probation and fined $2,000 for drug offenses. Turned the heater on. Forgot to turn the heater off. Sorry about the annoying noise. I live in a basement and the steam heat, old house. He was fined $2,000 for drug offenses, plural. 3 psychiatrists agreed that Jones was an extremely frightened young man with suicidal tendencies. I don't know, man. I think he was just doing drugs. I think that's all it was. He was just doing drugs, man. That's what's happening. In the 70s, 1970, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles started a 2-week run at a top spot on the U.S. singles chart with Tears of a Clown. Now, you've got to know that song. You've heard it. You've heard Tears of a Clown, whether you know it or not. It's in the background of shows. It's all over the place. Tears of a Clown. It was the group's 26th top 40 hit and their first number 1. It was also number 1 on the hit chart in the UK. The song was written by Stevie Wonder. And in 1966, his producer, Hank Crosby, Smokey Robinson, wrote the lyrics. So it was already there. They just didn't do it. Oh, sad news about my friend Jim Morrison. Jim Morrison, the Doors, that would be this date, 12/12 of 1970, would be the very last live show ever with Jim Morrison as the head of the band, when they played the Warehouse in New Orleans. Morrison was under indictment for potentially exposing himself in Florida, and he took off to Paris. He died unexpectedly on July 3rd in 1971. in a Paris apartment at the age of 27. His death came 2 years to the day after the death of Rolling Stones guitarist Brian Jones, the troubled young man, and approximately 9 months after the deaths of Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin. This all created the popular musicians dying at age 27 in the same era, led to the emergence of the 27 Club urban legend. So, if you're a rock star and you die at 27, you become an urban legend. I don't recommend it. Just saying. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that. Right, Cobain. Yeah, see, that's happens. There's others that are on the list. I found a couple that weren't on the list that died at 27 too. So, just saying. In 1976, Songs in the Key of Life, the 18th studio album by Stevie Wonder, was at number 1 on the U.S. charts. Songs in the Key of Life was released as a double album with 4-song bonus EP. It debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 chart, becoming only the 3rd album to achieve that feat and the first by an American artist. Both the lead single, I Wish, and follow-up single Sir Duke also reached number 1 on the Billboard's Hot 100 chart. The album won Album of the Year at the 19th Annual Grammy Awards and is the best-selling and most critically acclaimed album of Stevie Wonder's career. So 1976 was Stevie's year. You gotta love Stevie Wonder, though. I mean, the man is just a legend. Legend. That's all I'm telling you, okay? Smash the like button. If you haven't hit it yet, hit like. Smash it. Beat it. Destroy it. Make it your bitch. Yes, I said that. 1981. I love this song. It is such a good song. And if you haven't listened to it, go do it right now. Google it. Shazam it. Go find it on Spotify. The Human League had their only number 1 single, Don't You Want Me? Don't you want me, baby? It was the Christmas hit of 1981 and was the biggest seller of 1981 and Virgin Records' first number 1 UK single. The group's singer, Phil Oakley, disliked the song so much it was relegated to the last track on their latest album, Dare. So he hated the song, but it became their best-selling number 1 song. I think that's hilarious when artists are just like, this song sucks, I don't want to play this song. And it's their best song ever. It's just, there's no appealing for taste. I always said, because when I first heard Hozier's Take Me to Church, when we first played that, I was like, I don't get it. I just didn't. First time I heard it, I just was like, I don't know. I just don't feel it. Just didn't feel the love the first time I ever heard that. I'll always remember that. Because we were sitting there in a music meeting, and I was like, I don't know, man. Hozier, Take Me to Church. I'm not sure. And how wrong was I? Pretty wrong. Pretty damn wrong. Just saying. Pretty damn wrong. In 1987, George Michael started a 4-week number 1 on the U.S. charts with Faith. Taken from the album of the same name, it became the top-selling single of the year in the U.S. in 1988. Because you gotta have faith. Good old George Michael. I don't know, man. That album was good. But Human League, come on. Don't You Want Me, Baby? You gotta listen to that one. 1992, Whitney Houston started a 20-week run at number 1 on the U.S. album chart. The Bodyguard. It sold over 44 million copies worldwide, becoming the best-selling soundtrack album of all time, as one of the best-selling albums of all time. I'm not a Kevin Costner fan. Sorry. I don't think I've ever watched that movie. I'm just not a Kevin Costner fan. I mean, you can tell me, whatever. I don't know, man. Kevin Costner doesn't do it for me. Just doesn't do it. I'm just like, I don't know. There's something about his attitude. I mean, is it me? Come on. Tell me. Tell me if it's me. But Kevin Costner, I don't know. Smash that like button. Just Tell me Kevin Costner's great. Smash the like button. Or not smash the like button. I don't know. But yes, Kevin Costner. That's not me, man. Simple Minds' best song, Don't You Forget About Me, but also their most hated song. Yes, but I love that song. Come on, that's the last song of the Breakfast Club. That's such a good song. Simple Minds, Don't You Forget About Me. Don't you forget about me. In 1994, the Beach Boys lead singer Mike Love was awarded songwriting credits on 35 Beach Boys songs, including California Girls, Good Vibrations, Wouldn't It Be Nice. Love claimed that Murray Wilson, the father of Beach Boys Brian, Carl, and Dennis Wilson, administered the publishing rights and left him uncredited for many songs for which he contributed lyrics. Well, he also wanted the money and the fame. Come on, I wrote that song. You don't get credit for it? That's BS. Not cool at all. In 1998, a 7-inch single by the Quarrymen, which, was the Beatles, featuring Lennon and McCartney, with George Harrison, was named the rarest record of all times. With only 50 copies that were ever made, each copy was worth about 20 grand. So that's not too bad. I don't know how many existed, but that makes it more likely that would be found. That's just, In 2003, Mick Jagger became Sir Mick Jagger after being knighted, not even an MBE, but knighted by Prince Charles at Buckingham Palace. Mick Jagger's 92-year-old father was at the palace to see his son receive the award. Well, come on. Look, if Mick Jagger's dad lived to be 92, that's why Mick Jagger's going to live to be 100. He's like Bob Barker. Bob Barker lived to be 99 years old. It's also his birthday today. He's dead now, but think about that. Bob Barker was he was in his 90s. He was in his 90s when he did the movie with Adam Sandler, okay? I mean, that's crazy. Bob Barker, 90. Just crazy, crazy, crazy shit. That's all. Just telling you. In 2007, Ike Turner, the former husband of Tina Turner, died at the age of 76 near his home in San Diego, California. He died of a cocaine overdose at 76. Bro, seriously. At that point, it's like, you haven't had enough? 76? Death by misadventure. That's what that is, okay? If you don't know what death by misadventure is, look it up. But that is death by misadventure. I'm telling you. Oh, my God. What are you doing? Turner was a prolific session guitarist and a piano player. He's credited with many music historians as making the first rock and roll record in 1951. After marrying Tina Turner in 1959, the pair released a string of hits, including Phil Spector-produced Deep River Mountain High. Yes, Deep River Mountain High. You were high when you died at 76. Come on, man. That's crazy. Death by misadventure. Death by misadventure. The price is wrong, Bob. That's right. The price is wrong, Bob. It is truly wrong. I'm just kind of amazed that, you could be that old and still be doing blow and alive to do it. That's nuts. 76. In 2008, the Rolling Stones, town where Mick Jagger and Keith Richards grew up, was announced that it's naming streets in the new estate after the Rolling Stones hits. The 13 streets in Dartford, Kent, were to be given names such as Angie Muse, Babylon Close, Sympathy Street, Little Red Walk, and Satisfaction Street. Sorry, forgot to turn off the heater. Leader of the council, Jeremy Kite, said he thought Ruby Tuesday Drive sounded a fantastic place to live, but police were concerned the street signs might be stolen by fans. Well, yes, of course they're going to be stolen by fans. I mean, that's what you do when you make fans like that. They had to put the Ramones sign up on the flag, up on the street pole, like 60 feet because it got stolen constantly. I mean, that's crazy. Come on. People. What can I tell you? All right. Now, this band performance did happen on 12/12 of 12. So 12/12/12. Okay? 12/12/12. 2012 on December the 12th. 12/12/12. The Rolling Stones, The Who, Michael Stipe, Chris Martin, Bruce Springsteen, and Roger Waters played a Madison Square Garden concert and raised $30 million at a benefit for the New Yorkers who were affected by the Superstorm Sandy, which had caused the deaths of 120 people when it hit the Caribbean and the U.S. in October of 2012. The surviving members of Nirvana, Dave Grohl, and Chris Novoselic also joined Paul McCartney on stage to perform. Now, that would have been a thing to see. Okay? I remember we were down in New Jersey after that, and it was just a shit show for years. So much destruction. So many things were gone down at the shore. It was crazy how long the construction took to repair some of that stuff. I mean, a decade. It was just crazy how long that took to have that stuff fixed. That was a big storm. It was a big, crazy storm. I did go back to wearing PJs. So see, I have my PJs on tonight again. So I am barefoot. So no more wearing of the sport coat. Sorry, that whole sport coat thing was only for my birthday. That was that. You got that rare glimpse of me in a sport coat and a jacketed outfit because it was my birthday. But no, I'm back to my usual tricks of wearing a t-shirt and yes, pajamas. Because I can. I'm in the basement. This isn't the lower level. This is the basement because the windows are way up there. And the studio's tiny. But it's getting more stuff. If you can see, I keep adding more crap. As I clean more stuff, I just keep adding more things and taking more tools away. So I have more things here, you know. How many songs band are least favorite? The Price is Wrong. Yes, I know. Sorry. Gotta tell you. What can I tell you? 2023 on December the 12th, Peter Gabriel was #1 on the UK chart with his 10th studio album, I.O. It was Peter Gabriel's first album of new original music since Up in 2002. 20 years, 21 years. It had been in the works for nearly 3 decades, though. It took him 27 years and 8 months to get that going. With its initial production dating back to April of 1995 when he actually started it, the album won 2 2025 Grammys and the categories of Best Engineered Album, Non-Classical, and Best Immersive Audio Album. I don't know if the songs were any good, but it sounds like the engineering was fantastic. You know, that happens, okay? Sometimes songs can be great and songs can be shite. That's just the way it works. They're not always so stupendous. That's not how that works, okay? Smash the like button, damn it. Beat the thing up. Show me some love. I need to get 80,000 likes. That's what I want. I want 80,000 likes. Or some stupid number it's telling me I need to get. Movies that got released on this day, a shit ton of them. In 1972, the original Poseidon Adventure was released. And one of the actors on it was Ernest Borgnine. Ernest is dead, but his later career, he was the voice of Mermaid Man on SpongeBob. Tim Conway as Barnacle Boy and Ernest Borgnine, Mermaid Man. I don't know if they've replaced him. I'm so sad because I just, you know, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy were part of the whole SpongeBob culture. I don't know. Who knows? Saturday Night Fever was released in 1977, featuring John Travolta and, of course, the songs of the Bee Gees, which you have to love that one, of course. Rain Man was released in 1988. Wapner's on at 4:30. And in 2001, this is one of those weird ones. Winona Ryder got arrested for shoplifting in Beverly Hills. I remember something about that, but I forget why she did it. It's not like she couldn't afford it, but she shoplifted in Beverly Hills, California. This one I found to be interesting. I went to do a little research and then said, I don't really care. Perez Hilton was banned from TikTok in 2020. Good. I don't care. It was banned from TikTok in 2020. Hopefully he's still banned from TikTok in 2025. It's going to be 2026 here in like less than a month. How crazy is that crap? Okay. I mean, Christmas is what? 13 days away. And the new year is like 3 weeks away. Damn. I don't know what to do with myself. So yes, on birthdays, today is the birth of Bob Barker. He was born in 1923 and he died in 2023 at 99 years old. 99 years old. That's nuts. He would be 101 today. 101 years old, Bob Barker, if he was still with us. Jennifer Connelly is 55 today. Frank Sinatra was born on this day. He's dead as well. Frank's been dead for a while. Diane Warwick is 85 today. Dickie Betts of the Allman Brothers was born today. He died last year. Cy Kerwin of The Fix, the lead singer of The Fix. Good songs from the band The Fix. If you have never heard of the band The Fix, I highly recommend, again, one of my band recommendations. Go listen to the band The Fix, F-I-X-X with 2 X's. Born on this day, he would be 67 years old. Let's see. Q Lazarus. You have heard this song, Q Lazarus. Q Lazarus was from Neptune, New Jersey. Died a couple of years ago. Died at the age of 58. And the song that you know is Goodbye Horses, whether you know it or not, because it's the song that played during Silence of the Lambs when he was sort of tucking and dancing, and that was Q Lazarus, Goodbye Horses. So you've heard that song. You absolutely have, because if you've ever seen Silence of the Lambs, that's that weird kind of creepy song that you're just like, what song is that? Yeah, it's that. It's Goodbye Horses by Q Lazarus. Happy birthday, Q Lazarus. I did not get a chance to listen to that song. And as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to turn that song on and listen to it. Because I'm going to be like, yes, oh my God, that's right. Mm-hmm. Eric Steckman of the Spin Doctors, 62 years old today. And Dan Hawkins of The Darkness, born on this day. The only 2 people that I found that were of any, we know that Ike Turner died, obviously, at 76 of a cocaine overdose. Ike, death by misadventure. Pat Denizio of the Smithereens died on this day at the age of 62. We were good friends with Pat. Pat came to the radio station all the time. The Smithereens were good cats, man. It was very sad to see him go. Health issues, nothing specific. He just got sick and died, man. It just was not cool. And then Peter Boyle died at the age of 71. He was young Frankenstein. He was the monster. I know he was in like Everybody Loves Raymond or something, but I didn't watch that crap. Sorry. Didn't watch that crappy show. That wasn't a show I watched. But Young Frankenstein, come on. That's a fucking hilarious movie. So I totally watched that one. All right. I wonder how many blah, 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 blah. I just want to think of their day. They need more stuff in the basement. Saw The Fix last year, one of my 80s favorites. Still put on the great show. Met Cy coming afterwards. Yes! That's a beautiful thing. It is, in fact, a beautiful thing. Saved by Zero. What was I going to say? Oh, smash the like button. Smash it. Smash it. The people on TikTok, how come you're not hitting the like button? What the hell, man? You have to hit that like button. You've got to beat it to death. That's the only thing you can do to it. Okay? Real time viewer count. Kill the like button. Make it your beach. Ken's. All right. Now, I was going to see if I can get Ken's to join me. Tonight, I'm going to try that. I tried to co-host Ken's a minute ago, but we'll see if I can do that. What else was I going to say? I said hi to Ken's and seeing if I can get it to actually co-host. It said I had too much blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what do you mean resources? I have all the resources in the world. Well, kind of. Now, we're supposed to get snow tomorrow. So I'm all ready for snow. You know, no one knows how to drive in the snow. That's the problem. If you didn't grow up in snow, you just don't know how to drive in it, and just then don't, okay? Unless you have to like go be a medic or something, just don't do it. All right? Please don't. Just because you suck. I mean, you do. You can barely drive in the rain, let alone the snow. So don't do it. If you don't know how to drive in it, just don't. That's all I'm trying to tell you. See, I was trained. I know how to drive in the snow. You know, I drove an ambulance. So that was one of my my early job titles was ambulance driver. You know, was medic. Oh, man. That heater's so annoying. What can I tell you? It happens. I forgot to turn it off, okay? I live in an old house, and it's got a boiler. It's got this right behind, like right there behind this camera. There's a big boiler that fills up with hot water and pushes steam through all the radiators in the house. And then what happens is the water has to come back down somewhere. So when the water comes down, it slides back down, and this big bucket of metal pumps it back into the boiler. So that's what that noise is. Okay? So if you hear it, you know that's what happens. So what can I tell you? It's just the way it goes. All right? So yes, smash the like button. I see someone smashing the like button because I see little hearts go floating by. So happy, little hearts. Great movie. Yes. Pump up the volume. Yes. Great movie indeed. It is for sure. I told some silly dad jokes last night because I was basically running out of material for the fact that there are so few things that happen in the rock world this time of year. That's part of it. Not a lot of stuff happens this time of year because, again, like I said, all the tours are, done. The big tours are done. I was trying to look for some other ones that were coming up, but no one's really, announced a lot of them. They're telling us when the dates are. Like I know, like See Here and Now is happening on September 19th and 20th of 2026. That's the one that happens in Asbury Park, New Jersey, but there's no bands. They're not listing any of the stuff yet. I just saw there's the dates for Peter Gabriel or David Byrne. David Byrne's doing a tour back again. So he's coming through. He'll be through the Midwest. He's going to be in Europe. And that's always a good thing. But again, I didn't look and see what the prices are for tickets. I just know that we were talking about Bob Dylan last night, and Bob Dylan tickets were ridiculous. They were so expensive. I was like, that's just crazy that they could be that much. I mean, that's crazy. To Bob Dylan tickets. We talked about last night about how much Bob Dylan tickets were. And the VIP tickets were like $700. Who could afford $700 tickets? I mean, really. I mean, unless it's like, you're a super fan of that. How can someone that's not, older do it? How can a 20-something-year-old afford tickets to a $700 show? You can't. Unless you're like, got dad's credit card or you, I don't know, secret stockbroker, making TikTok videos, OnlyFans, like it's crazy. I just think there's got to be some pushback at some point against some of the bands that are charging so much. I mean, how can we promote new music for bands to go see? And that's, I think, part of the problem that's going to see is bands, if they do that, you're going to see more AI acts because they don't tour and they don't have all the problems that you get with humans. There's no anything, there's no contracts you have to sign. There's no per diems you have to pay. There's no tours you have to schedule. You can't. You just make money from the song itself. And it's just made up of something that was conjecture. It's created. It's not really something that's someone. It's something. So, yeah, I think that's kind of to me, a little bit nuts. I'm not sure if that's a sustainable model, but I can't imagine that charging $700 for tickets for a concert is going to last forever either. There's going to have to be pushback. People are just going to have to stop doing it. The bands can't expect to become billionaires. Everyone can't be Taylor Swift. That's just not how it works. I just find it to be unsustainable. That's just me. Personally. Ace of Cups, Palace Theater, no, right. Yes, Palace Theater, expensive. It's crazy how much that is. Again, I can't imagine that someone can pay that kind of money to go see a band. I mean, they can, but I can't imagine doing it, you know. That's all I'm telling you. That makes no sense to me, spending that much money on music. It's just, if you think about it, your favorite band is what? And how much do you want to see that band? Because if it's the only band that you can afford to see the entire year, is it justifiable? I don't think so. I don't think it's justifiable to go see a single band in a year because it costs $500 to go see it. I talked about this yesterday. If you're going to go to a festival, sure. A festival ticket's $500 and you're going for 3 days. And you're going to see what? 5 bands a day? 7 bands a day? Okay. So if you start and you see 7 bands a day, 7 times 3, 21 bands divided by 500. Okay. You're talking like what? Man, I just got to be better at that. I'm not paying attention. That camera just keeps clicking off. So anyone that knows how to tell me how to fix this Nikon camera so that it stays on longer, I will totally do that. But yeah, think about that. Do the math. You know, if you've got 21 bands and it's $500, sure. But then no way could I do that for a single artist. I can't imagine that. That's just me. Call me crazy. That's okay. I totally will accept that role of crazy. But I just can't imagine spending that much money. It just seems unfathomable that bands can do that, right? I mean, Taylor Swift can get away with it, but does that mean everybody else can? Apparently so, they think. Weird to me. Weird. I don't know. We'll see. We'll be interested to see what touring looks like in 2026. Because, again, you know, with songs coming out more prolifically from AI, are some of the bands going to have some pushback because artists aren't making the music? You know, the computer did. So do you really care? You know, we listened to a song that was an AI song. It was an AI generated song. And it was like, okay, what do you think of the song? It's like, it's a good song. It was made by AI. I'm like, lyrics and vocals. I was like, okay, so what? No one's going to care. I mean, I care because of the music industry, but, you know, some 18-year-old isn't going to give a crap. They're going to like, oh, I love this song. It's a cool song. Who is it? They're not going to be like, oh my God, is it? No, they're going to tap their feet and go, this is a great song. I'm going to hear it again and again and again and again and again and again and again. So I think that's going to be a big problem. I really do. And I think that the generative AI is even getting, you know, it's as bad as it's going to be today because it's going to be better tomorrow. And it's going to be better next week, next month, next year. And, you know, when it becomes predictable to figure out what we need when it comes to songs, I think it's going to only get better. Professor Cupapot, how are you doing? I'm reasonably well. I'm prepared for snow if there's snow tomorrow. I'm excited. I'm going to make snow angels and not go drive in the snow because no one knows how to fucking drive. So I will not be driving in the snow. I prepared myself with all the food I need. I'll make a pizza delivery guy bring me pizza so he can drive in the snow, or she, or the person. But I will not be driving in the snow because I don't have my 4-wheel drive truck anymore. And that always made it easy. Put that thing at the 4-wheel low and be like, whatever, man, I got 4 wheels. I'm spinning. I'm doing my thing. But no. I am definitely not going to be excited about having to deal with other people who do not know how to drive in the snow. That is no good. I do have a flamethrower, actually. Yes, I do have a flamethrower. It's the really crazy one, too. There's a picture of it somewhere. I got kicked off TikTok for it. They did not like me using it. So, yes, I was thrown off of it. There is a video somewhere. But, yeah, I couldn't put it on social media because everyone was just like, that's dangerous. You're promoting. I'm like, well, someone sold it. I mean, if you're selling it, isn't that kind of part of the whole intrigue of it, having a flamethrower in the first place? I'm just saying. I mean, why would I buy a flamethrower if I wasn't able to use said flamethrower, to enjoy said flamethrower? That's the whole point of it. And then, of course, show people like, look, here's a flamethrower. But no. So, yeah, maybe I'll bring it home and, yeah, no, we can experience flamethrower somewhere. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Flamethrower. What can I tell you? It is fun. Okay? That's all there is to it. I see likes going flying by. So, yes, please like it. I thank you. I appreciate you so much. Michael Kent Live. Michael Kent Live. Thank you. He liked the live. I appreciate that, Michael Kent Live. Right. The flamethrower. It's true. It is totally true. I wish I had a flamethrower. Yes. Oh. Well, you know what? You are welcome to borrow mine. It is quite the thing. I'm not going to lie. This thing shoots like a 30-foot flame, and it is just brutal. It is awesome, and it's awesome. I got to find pictures of it. Maybe tomorrow, if it's a snowy day tomorrow, you know what? I will do this. I will promise you. I will get this rearranged so that I can show the videos here. Okay? This little spot right there. Where'd it go? It's supposed to be right here somewhere. Right there. That's where I can show videos inside my actual videos. Right there, that little black box, I can put videos inside there so you can watch the videos that I've made. So I will work on getting that done. Okay? I will work on getting that so that I can hook up the computer to that thing. Because I have to have actually a third computer to run that. And I have it here. It just doesn't work to get it onto that right now for some reason. So yes, I will get that going. Driving the snow is no problem. Yeah, battling in the people who do not know how to drive in the snow is the problem. It's exactly it. Right. I mean, I can drive in the snow really well. Okay. I'm officially an offensive driver. 5 inches of snow in Columbus. That's what I've heard. There is the potential that we can get that much snow. 5 inches of snow. I don't know. I can drive in the snow. I was trained to drive in the snow. I truly was. I drove an ambulance, so we had to take offensive driving school as well as defensive driving school. We took snow training and everything else, so I had to learn how to drive all sorts of crazy vehicles in snow. So I know how to drive in the snow. But it's the people that don't know how to drive in the snow that just go crashing into everybody. So I wish they would just stay home. So please, don't drive in the snow. Yannick Gulder. Where are you from, Yannick? That's a cool name, Yannick. My friend is Yanish, but I don't know a Yannick. I know a Yannick now. I like that. Yannick Gunder. Very cool. As opposed to Yanish. My friend Yanish, who's Jan. It's Jan. Let's just be real. You know, come on, Jan. Did I tell you this thing smells so funky? I don't know if I can wash this. I'm going to buy a new one. Apparently one of the DJs is smoking because it smells like smoke. I was like, why does it smell like smoke? Oh, yeah, it's one of the DJ smokers. That happens. It truly does. It truly does. So everyone have a great Friday. I'm just hoping everyone had a great Friday. Okay, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping everybody had a really good Friday. I had a fantastic Friday. I got up late because I slept like crap and I stayed up way too late. I watched the craziest freaking movie last night. It had Joaquin Phoenix in it. I forget what it was called, but it was just wacko. It was just crazy. It was so weird. Yeah, I forget what it is. I'll have to find the name of it. But it was just, and it wasn't like Joker. It was something new. It was just weird. It was just so bizarre. It was just really just strange. I watched it to the end, which was way too late, and I shouldn't have because it was just dumb. It was the end was unsatisfying as well. That's the problem. It was very unsatisfying. So I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes sometimes I'll find TV's obscure movies to watch late at night, and I will recommend them. This one I will not recommend unless you want to watch something that was really bizarre. It was definitely kind of weird and strange, and something that I was like, what the fuck is this? This is such a weird show, man. You know, please don't drive in the snow. Yes, thank you. Oh, and yes, I would love for you to borrow my flamethrower. Yes, feel free. But yes, I will absolutely get the videos up. I'll get some videos up because I think that'll be fun. I think showing little videos up here in this little spot right there, because see that's right there. It's right there, right? That spot, right? See, right there. There's a black box just to my left, right here, that has all my shit in it, and I can totally put videos inside there. And I think that's what I should do. That's what I will do. I'll do that for your viewing pleasure. I'll show you some crazy crap. I have some crazy crap. There's videos of some crazy crap over the years. I think a lot of it got stolen, which sucks. Some of my hard drives got stolen when the building got broken into, and people stole my stuff. Thieves suck, just so you know. Hopefully you don't have any stuff stolen from you. Thieves are not great. They stink. I do not appreciate them whatsoever. Not even a little bit. Not even a wee bit. You know, especially because we work hard for our stuff and then somebody just steals it. Come on, man. Anyway, what can I tell you? I waved at a lava lamp because it said hi. So I'm not sure why, but I waved at a lava lamp. Craziness. All right. I don't like the thieves. I know. Thieves are bad. Bad news. All right, I'm going to prepare myself for snow tomorrow if we're going to get it. 5 inches would be amazing. I got my GoPros all powered up. They're all ready to go right here. See, you can't see them. They're all right there. Right there's a whole shit ton. Look, maybe I can move the camera for a second. See, look. Oh yeah, look. There you go. Look, you can see all the stuff. See, look, all the GoPros are right there, and there's my Black Magic right there, and there's the keyboards and all my computers and stuff. Look at that. There's all the other stuff. Far out, so I can move that camera. That one I can't. That one's stuck over there, and that one's the far away one. And then, of course, there's the up-close one right there, see? And that's the one that's right there. That's my main camera, because the monitors are all right here, so I can see the world, and I can see what you're saying to me, and I can see you saying hi, and I can see you smashing the like button because I'm seeing all sorts of little loves go smashing by, which is beautiful. It's probably from Lava Lamp, because Lava Lamp is awesome. Because lava lamps are kind of cool, so you got to love that, right? I think that's cool. A working Swiftie. Now, is that a Taylor Swift fan? That's a working Swiftie? I don't know. Anyway, you tell me. I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm just unaware half the time, you know? But I'm going to try to get done. I've got a job that I've been working on that I'm trying to get done, that I will get done here shortly, and then I'm going to have a ton of free time, for better or worse, which is going to allow me to have to deal with getting this working here in a much more robust way. So you will see me doing this on the regular, which I already am. Episode 200 is coming up on the 17th. Today's the 12th, so in 5 days, because today is episode 195, in 5 days we will be episode 200. So I have to have my shit together by episode 200. I just have to. I've demanded that of myself, that I have to have this thing set to go by 200. So I'm going to have to set my other monitor over here so I can see it better. And I'm going to have to move this one computer a little bit closer and everything else, because this has to become better. I have to be better at it, not making the camera die and everything else. So we got to figure all that out. Okay? And you can help. You can help. You can tell me if I'm doing it right. You know, if I'm doing it right, tell me. If it sucks, tell me. You know, I want to know. I need to know this. You know, because I'm not sitting there hawking, telling you to buy something at least. You know. Good dreams, man. Good dreams to you. Take care there, my friend. How do we sign off tonight? Fade to Argyle? I don't know if I'll fade to Argyle. Maybe fade to Plaid. I don't know. Fade to something. You know. But anyway, I'm going to adjourn this episode and let everybody sleep their way. What I'll do is this. Look at this. I'll do this. I'll turn off this. This is how I turn off everything. Oh, look at that. The mood light. Oof. Ugh, shadows. I look like shit. Crap. Try that camera. Is that any better? No. That was a little bit better. There's still some light. All right. So On that note, then, I will say and adjourn. I will say buenas noches. And I will fade to magenta. Magenta.